One of my favorite social media tools to use, actually one of my favorite AI tools to use for social media, especially in the research phase, is an app or a platform called Eden.so. Now, for a long time, you couldn't get in because there was a invite only. It has since, to my knowledge, been completely opened up. Anybody can access this right now. I'm using a grandfathered plan. I think it's $80 a month for unlimited, but a $20 plan easily you could handle what we're going to do today. But in like spite of like, Claude and ChatGPT and Gronk and Gemini, like why would you use Eden.so? Eden.so is a platform that operates based on what it can see on a canvas. So I'm going to demo this for a second. So if you have a social media person that you think does really well, or maybe there's like a YouTube channel that does really well that you want to emulate and they're having a lot of success and you think that you can create content very similar to theirs, I'm going to show you a very simple I don't want to call it a hack by any means, but how you can use some of the stuff for research on your own. So I'm in Eden.so. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in here, but I'm going to do just a brand new canvas right here. And we're going to call this Instagram hooks. And then we're going to see what this is. And so it's going to say like, hey, what do you want to do? Add, okay, we're not going to do any of this stuff. We're going to start with a blank canvas. And then you're going to see this little thing right here. It's called section. So I'm going to draw a section. And think of a section as like a container of information. And so what Eden has the ability to do is to take this container and constrain its thinking to everything that's in that container. So somebody that we follow a lot, I'm going to go find her right here, who does really well with ManyChat, is Maria Wendt. Now, if you guys don't know Maria is a, small time, well, she's a big creator, but what she does is sell like $30 courses to small entrepreneurs to make a couple $1,000s a month. It's nothing really like crazy or earth shattering, but her content's pretty good. And as you can see, she spends a lot of money on ads, gets a lot of engagement on a lot of these things. But what I really want to do is I want to take what Maria's already done and the frameworks that she's used, and I want to build our own frameworks for our own type of business. And I want to use Eden to do that. So you'll notice the issue with this is if I go to Claude and I can say, can you look at this? Can you look at this post and tell me why it is so effective? And I'm going to go find one of her posts. Let's find this one. I'm going to copy the link. This is what you're going to run into on most of the AI platforms. It's going to say something like, I don't know, I can't read it, but can you give me a screenshot or something like that? Sometimes it works, not all the time. Let's see what it does. So I can't pull the post content automatically. Can you paste the caption text or a screenshot? Every platform is going to ask for this. This is where Eden is a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Maria and I'm going to look at all her videos. I'm going to see which are the ones that did really, really, really well. So 17K, 15K, 27K, 20, her reach is gone. This one did pretty well. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to go back over to our Instagram hooks, and I'm just going to paste it inside that section. So it's going to say add existing. We're going to do a link, and let's just go to create and add. And we're going to drag it inside this. Let's just shrink it down. It may take a minute to shrink it. On the bottom left-hand corner, they change this every week. There you go. So now once you see it done, you should be able to shrink it now. I'm not really sure why it's not letting me, but that doesn't matter. We don't need to shrink it down. So we like that one. Let's go find another one that did really well. 20,000, 24,000, 74,000. This one did pretty well. We're going to come over here. We're going to paste it. Same thing. Create an ad. And then we're going to drag it underneath this one. Doesn't matter where they are. Just make sure when you drag them, it's inside that little section right there. And I want to get to, again, they keep moving this around. Oh, it's over here now. So I want to zoom out, make this a little bit bigger so I can continue to put stuff in there. I'll move this over here. Let's go back over to Instagram while that's working. And then let's go down here. That's a podcast interview, but it's not actually the interview. We'll use that one. Create an ad. Again, you see when I drag it in there, it highlights that section. So I'm going to put it back over here. Let that load. Let's go find some other ones. 27, 28, 23, 24. That one did pretty good, 30,000. Let's copy this one. We'll put it in there. Add, drag it in there, put it back here. And I'm just going to stick with one creator now. I'm going to come down here. Here's a good one. Okay, this how-to, 32. Clearly, she ran an ad on that. So nobody gets 3,200 comments organically, but sometimes it happens, not all the time. So make sure it's in there. Okay, so now I've got all these posts in here. It's thinking about it. It's analyzing these posts. I can click any of these. I can move them out of the way. Play them. Move this over here. Now, once I have all these things, you'll notice down here, if I go add a chat, I can now connect this whole canvas, this little section with this chat. So when I ask this chat a question, it's going to reference everything in this. So here's what I'm going to say. There we go. Now they're starting to load. There's just a little bit of a delay. Normally it's pretty quick. I'm not sure why it's taking that long. Inside this section are 6 videos by Maria Wendt. Maria runs a coaching company that sells low-end ticket offers to entrepreneurs looking to make a little bit of money. What I want you to do is analyze all these posts. These got a lot of views and a lot of comments, and analyze these posts. Tell me the frameworks that she's using so that I can then in turn create a prompt for myself to create our own content. And of course, when I do this, I don't have my cursor in there. Hey, in this section are 5 or 6 different posts from Maria Wendt. Maria creates a lot of content for entrepreneurs, and she does a really good job of call to actions and using ManyChat. Can you analyze these 5 to 6 posts and tell me the frameworks that she's using, and then help me develop a prompt for me to identify my own type of content so that when I create Instagram Reels, they're just as effective? And so for those of you guys that don't know, I use a AI thing called Whisper. I just talk to my computer because I don't want to type. It's much quicker. So that's what that was. You can just use voice command on your Mac. That will work the exact same. So as we're doing it, you'll notice that Eden now has the ability to look at all these videos because it's already basically recorded and transcribed the videos, and it's coming up with what I asked it to do and hopefully what it should do. There it goes. It's looking at all those. So now it's asking me, do you want to save this prompt to your workspace or go ahead and fill it in with your niche and run it right now? So if you already had content ideas, you can do this, right? And keep in mind that Eden can read the video. It can watch the video, can see everything that's on the video, can read the title of the video, the overlays on the video. It can literally see everything. So what we want to do is we're going to say, yes. Want me to save this prompt to your workspace? Yes, save this prompt to this canvas right here. I'd like to reuse it to create my own content. And then it's hit or miss. What it should do is give you the prompt right here or create another note that lives right here. So rather than us trying to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm just going to copy it. Command C, and then we're going to go over here, and there's a note. Again, they changed this, add to canvas, new note. And we're going to drag this note, and we're just going to paste it right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take this note down here. And what I can do is I can either take a chat, and I can connect this chat with this prompt, and I can literally have it reference that prompt, right? Now, there's a whole bunch of filling in the blanks here. If you're running in real estate, and let's say that you're running in a San Diego market, or maybe it's a Chicago or Santa Barbara or Miami or wherever you're at, what I would do is I would take a little bit of time and I would fill all the stuff out. I'd make sure that the keywords were correct. And I know this looks weird. It does this all the time. I'd make this big enough to where you can see it. Okay, there we go. So what you'd want to do now is you'd want to take this script generator, and anytime that you have an idea, let's say that you had a YouTube channel. So this would be pretty cool. I've not tried this yet. So let's go over to my YouTube channel and let's go take a video that I uploaded this weekend. There it is right here. Two of those things. And we're going to copy this. We're not going to copy the time. We're just going to copy the video. We're going to go back to the canvas, and I'm just going to paste it right here. So keep in mind, this video is something that I've already created. It's already been edited, it's already been uploaded, all that stuff. But what I want to do is maybe take this and build a whole bunch of social media posts for. So what I'm going to do now is while that's loading, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, you're an expert Instagram content strategist, very high converting reels for entrepreneurs. My niche is helping real estate agents build inbound platforms that identify their perfect clients. Real estate agents. I'm not going to worry about this, the offer, because I don't want them to build the offer. Okay, so I have this prompt here, and then I'm going to take this YouTube video, and I'm going to give it a chance to connect. And I'm also going to connect it with this chat. So now this chat is now connected with the prompt, and it's connected with the video. So what I'm going to ask it to do, it's going to be a little early. We'll see if it can do it. So I'm going to double click in there. The note that I have attached to this chat, can you use that prompt and then review the video that I also have attached to this chat and give me an example of maybe 4 or 5 pieces of social content I can create using the prompt attached to this. Please put it in order. Give me 4 to 5 examples, and then I'll build it manually from there. And let's see if it's too early to read. It may give us the error that it cannot read this. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so as you can see, that took about 40 seconds, give or take, and that finished it even before the YouTube video was even done, which is great. But if I blow this up a little bit, you can see that it gave me an idea of, I searched 4,400 at real estate ads, 0 agents were doing this, body, the CTA. So it says on-screen text and spoken. I searched 400 real estate ads. Zillow agents are doing this. And then maybe that's a swipe. Yeah, that's good. I think that would work well. Yeah, so these need a little bit more massaging, but as you do these and as you fix it, or as you like adjust it for your business, what I would do is I would then come back and put a note on here that says, here's what you gave, here's how I changed it. And the more you add to this canvas, the better it's going to do. So right now, you'll notice that I have all these things up here that are processing with this prompt. You technically don't need this section anymore, right? I got what I needed out of the prompt. It built this prompt here with everything that's working. I've got my YouTube video that I did, and I use that. So that would be one way to do it. Okay, so I have one long piece of content. I have it already up on YouTube. Now I want to take this and build tons of different pieces of YouTube, different pieces of content. What we do on Claude is very similar. So the way that we do this on Claude is we edit the video in DaVinci Resolve. We transcribe. Once everything's done, like it's all edited, we've exported, then we transcribe the timeline. And so that will give us the full transcription, including timestamps of everything that I said in that video. I'll export that as a TXT file. I'll upload that to Claude and say, hey, Claude, there's a video that I just did. Here's the transcription. Can you cut out 6 clips from this and tell me the exact timestamps of when I said what? Claude will go do that. It will find 5 or 6 different clips. Normally about 4 of those are viable. 2 of them aren't, right? So we'll go into DaVinci Resolve. We'll put a start and an end to those, and we'll just cut those right out of the video. We'll export those. That normally takes about 15 minutes to do it. It's wildly effective. You don't need Eden to do stuff like that. ChatGPT does that very well. Claude does that well. Gemini does that well. All those do that part very well because I have the actual transcription file from DaVinci Resolve. What you would use Eden.so for is more like, hey, I have this batch of content. I know it's already wildly effective. I know it already does really, really, really well. Can you learn from this and then give me something to do it as well? So let me give you a different example of how I would use this if I wanted to do a long form, like educational video inside YouTube. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to new chat, and we're going to call this, or sorry, new canvas, not chat. This is going to be Alex Hormozi frameworks for video. Hit create. And then we're going to start off with a brand new part over here. Let that load. And we're going to come and we're going to create, we're going to let it, no, duplicate. Okay, we're going to come over here. We're going to do a new section. We're going to make a big section right here. And we're going to go find videos that Alex Hormozi did that did really well. So I'm going to go up here, go to Alex Hormozi. And I'm going to find his YouTube channel. I'm not going to do any shorts. I'm just going to go to videos. And so I want to go specifically to the ones where it's just him talking. If I wanted to grow an audience, this is easy. That's a talking one. This looks like a talking one. Okay, that's good. No, that's more of... Okay, so I think these first, these 4, these 2. I'm going to say these 4 and these 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on each one of these.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you can't...
Copy this. I'm going to go paste it right here. Create an ad. And I'm going to put it inside my section. Again, I have no idea why you're not able to resize this. Terrible UI, Eden. Terrible UI. You're lucky this stuff works. Okay, so we're going to go over here, copy this.
250 million.
Paste it over here. Same thing. Create an ad. Already put it in there, which is great. Go find the next one. That was
in the last 12 months, my social...
Okay, put that one in there. Go back to YouTube. Go back. And
$42 million.
I don't necessarily know that these are great videos, but I do know that Alex has a very specific way of how he teaches his audience. So what I want to do is I want to use that, and I want them to say like, hey, this works really well. Like, take all this stuff and figure out why it works really well, and like, let me do the same thing.
You aren't making as much money.
Okay, copy. Paste it right in there. There's that one. And let's go find one more.
Willing to make trade-off.
Click on the canvas, paste it in there. Okay, so now that I've got that, I've got those 5 videos or 6 videos. We'll do the same thing. Let's go add a chat. New chat. We're going to connect, click the space, connect that chat, that space with this one. Double click in here. Here are 6 videos from Alex Hormozi. Alex does a really good job of explaining and teaching. And what I'd like you to do is analyze these 6 videos and tell me the frameworks that Alex has used to make these videos so effective. What I'd like to do is take what you've learned from those frameworks and then create a prompt so that when I give you ideas of videos that I want to create, I'd like you to use those frameworks in your ability to create that script so that I can create something that hopefully has the same chance of getting the same amount of interaction and views as Alex does. And I'm going to go ahead and send that prompt. I typically can like verbally give my prompts better than me typing it out. So I just kind of have a conversation with myself. Probably a more effective way or efficient way that I can do it than the way that I do it. But it seems to work. I'm going to close this chat thing right now. And again, it's going to review all these videos. What it's really doing is trying to analyze it. It's accessing all of the transcriptions and all of that stuff. It's not actually watching the videos. So it looks like I did 5 videos, not 6, but that's fine. Like, you could do all this manually, but could you imagine like the amount of work it would take on your part to like figure this stuff out? Okay, so that took about a minute or so, not too long. This is what it analyzed and everything. This was the prompt. And this is in our inbox, which I know I got an email the other day. I don't know where my inbox is. So let's see if we can remember this prompt. So I'm going to go to new canvas and I'm going to say video idea. We're going to name the video. So let's today do a video on why inbound works for real estate agents. And let's see if we can recall. I would like to create a video script for why inbound marketing is the only way to succeed for real estate agents in 2026. Can you give me a rough draft of what you think I should be talking about this based on the Alex Hormozi script that's in my library? I'm going to say and prompt. Now, I have no idea if I'm doing this right. Let's see if the adding a node and saving it in your library, that's a new feature. I have not used that before. Normally what we do is we take all of these and then we connect everything with chats and we actually spit out. So now it's searching through my work, found 2 relevant terms. So I'm going to stop it because it's trying to run for both. I want please use the YouTube script writing assistant prompt from Alex Hormozi, not the Alex Hormozi ad copy note. Now, I'm not somebody who necessarily operates from a script a lot. I don't do it. Actually, I do it very rarely. So I would not be somebody to take this script and then put it on a prompter and then go from there. That's not how I operate. However, I do think what this is going to do is give you some guiding points, and it's already spitting it out right now. It's going to give you some guiding points as to what's working and what's not. So let's just see, how close, if this can get me to 50%, that would be amazing. So while we're doing this, let's go open Drive, and we'll go open a new doc here. I'm going to make this up. Please mention our scaling agent OS platform. This is our small group cohort on everything you need to know when building an inbound brand. And then number 2, do you want to add any personal story? No personal stories for this one. Number 3, what is your target audience? Real estate agents, or I'm going to say our target real estate audience is real estate agents that are currently selling 8 to 12 homes but want to get to 50 per year. And let's see what it does here. So remember, the more that you give AI, the better that it gets. I mean, just in the short time that this is written it and me trying to keep up, I can already tell you it's a pretty good script. I'm actually more shocked doing this live than I was not doing it. So let's go to view. We're going to go to fit. Where's my fit to width here? Here we go. And we don't care about these titles. So let's go through it really quick. I don't know which one of these screen shares. Yeah, I think it's this one. Look directly into camera. No music, just you if you're signed in. Yeah, I mean, here's the cool thing about doing this. I can already tell you, just by reading this, I can already tell you that if you read from a script and you build this out, and let's say that you massage just a little bit, this is really, it's good. It's a great video. There's a ton that I would add to it. According to this is going to be pretty much a 10-minute video, give or take. The cool thing about this is because the script is fully written out, and let's say that you were just going to run with this, I would run with it. I would do it. The cool thing is this is going to make editing really easy because you can say hey, when I talk about point 2, you would say edit effect, right? Effect, screen share, this graphic, right? And you would put the graphic in here. And so what you would literally do is you'd take this to your editor, you'd send it to them, and then they would literally just say, when did Steve say your niche is your moat? And then the editing is really simple. So I can see why people are doing this like crazy. I probably need to do this. But anything that you do, another guy that I love on YouTube that I think teaches really well is Omar El-Toroki or Tokori. I don't know how you say his last name. He's got a really good podcast. He's a little he's gone a little bit the direction of let me interview somebody and let me do a JV with them and take 50% of the commission, which, it's fine. It's okay. But I think the guest that he's having is taking the message, and the message is kind of all over the place right now. Some people are saying do webinars. Some people say do launches and short form video and long-term video. And, but every episode is not really a continuation of the previous one. They kind of stand on its own. But if you like his education and his talking style, I'm sure there are frameworks that he's using. This is not these are not polished videos like Alex Hormozi's are. These are more interview style videos with a little bit of structure. Dan Martell is very, very, very polished in regards to his videos. They are not off the cuff whatsoever. So if you like the way that Dan teaches, he would be a really good, example of going to his videos and then saying hey, here's 10 that have done really, really, really well. Take these 10, understand the frameworks, and then I would like to watch. Now, keep in mind, when I was at Eden, I know I'm interrupting myself. When I was at Eden, the prompt that I used, I just said, I want to create a video around inbound. Can you help me write a script? And it did a pretty good job. Now, let's say that you wanted to create a video around 6 reasons why you should buy a home in Carlsbad, California right now. In that prompt, you would say, and here are my reasons, like reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, reason number 4, reason number 5. And then you would tell it, and then you would say, hey, use the framework that you use from Alex Hormozi, build this whole thing out, and then only do it, like use my examples, but use his frameworks. And then it's going to build it. So the more that you can give the prompt, is what I'm saying, is the more that you can give the prompt, the more that you can educate that, the better that the output's going to be. In my case, I really didn't give it much, or I didn't give it anything, right? I just said, hey, use Alex Hormozi's thing and then talk about inbound. And will this video do well? Probably. Like just eyeballing it, I think it'll do very well. I think it's going to need quite a bit of editing in regards to like effects and stuff like that. But again, when you already have the script in front of you, like this is a very easy video to create. Let's say you were creating a video and you were recruiting agents, like this is how I would talk to all Zillow leads. You could easily do that. And then inside Eden, you could upload your guys' script on how you guys operate on Zillow, and it could use that for points in that video script, right? You can say, this is how we close, this is how we open, this is how we qualify, this is how we talk about money, this is how we talk about exclusivity, this is how we talk about commission. You can put all of that in there, and as it's building your video script, it will reference the frameworks of Alex Hormozi or Omar or Dan or anybody else that you use, and then it's going to reference the scripting that you use. You can put your website in there, and you can say, use our website, specifically our FAQs or our knowledge base or our learning center for everything that we do, and pull inspiration from that. The more that you give it and the more that you connect, the better it's going to be able to do. I don't know that it can crawl websites on its own. I know that you can say you can reference all these pages and it will reference those, but I don't think it's going to go to the site and then start clicking all the links. It could. I've never used it that way, but I know a lot of help videos that I've used have definitely done it that way. So we really have like 2 different ways that we've used it. Way number 1 is like we took all these, posts from Maria Wendt that did well, and visually, obviously, there's definitely a cue or definitely a way that she films, right? I don't know that it's going to take that into account, but it definitely takes the scripting, the videos, the flow of all of that. We built a prompt around how to do that to build your own social media. And then the second thing we did is we went to YouTube and we went to anybody that you think is viral, take 5 or 6 of those videos, identify a framework of how they record those videos and how they talk about those videos, and then use that to develop your own script. Could you do this every single day? The answer is 100% yes, you could do this every single day. I actually think if you got really good at building out this script, especially if I was to edit this, and then I told Eden, like, hey, here's what this turns into, I think it would do better. Let's say that you don't want to pay for Eden. I don't think, let's take this random one. I don't really care about this. Are you able to review this Instagram post and tell me why it did so well? I don't think Manus can read it either. I could be wrong. I use Manus a ton, especially for like repetitive tasks. Ooh, I'll take a look at the Instagram reel, analyze it. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if it errors out here. Okay, browser connection error. Next step to troubleshoot or find an alternative method. So it's automatically trying to fix its own thing. So I can tell you if you're looking at an Instagram post that is not public, which all hers are public, obviously. Sometimes they're not. It definitely cannot access those. It's great that it's kind of learning and trying to figure out. Killing existing Chromium. I restarted the browser to resolve. Well, same thing that we would do. That's crazy. Still haven't. Yeah, it's just stuck in this loop. I don't think Manus is going to be able to do it. And the reason why I think Eden can do this so well is because it doesn't actually try to access it. It literally imports it into the canvas. And then once it's imported, then it's able to reference it. So a totally different handling of this, whereas this is literally trying to ref. So we're just going to stop that. It's just going to keep going. And we're going to burn all of our free. Oh, I'm not even logged in. That's kind of weird. Yeah, whatever. So Manus can't do it, ChatGPT can't do it, Claude can't do it. So that's really what sets Eden apart, is their ability for you to import content into their canvas, develop some common trends around that, and then go from there. Would I use Eden from a perspective of like just general everyday AI? The answer would be no. I would use Claude for that. I think Claude is much better. If I go to incognito window and we go look at pricing for Eden. Yeah, so $20. Let's go to monthly. So $25 gets you $20 in AI usage, 100 gigs of smart storage. Again, I don't really know what that is. I don't use any custom agents. It limits you to 10 Eden canvases. I think our original one, I'm paying $80 a month, basically for unlimited. So it was a great deal when we signed up. Agents on Telegram, transcribe YouTube, Reels, Substack articles, and more. Connect to Gmail, no shit. Yeah, it's even the $25 plan. The only thing you're getting for creator is more AI storage, 1 terabyte, 5 custom agents, 50 canvases, and chat with your agents on Telegram. Now, keep in mind, we can reuse these canvases over and over and over again, right? So it's not like every time you're running a new script, you start a brand new canvas. Like you would have one canvas for like all your YouTube videos, then one canvas for all Instagram hooks and TikTok or YouTube Reels, whatever your YouTube Shorts rather, whatever you're doing. If you're writing a newsletter, we would have one canvas for all the newsletters that we were using. Like you don't need to create a new one all the time. So when you look at pricing and you're like, oh man, 5 or 50 canvases, that's nothing. It's way more than you need, right? If you're somebody that always has like 375 Chrome tabs open, like this is probably going to bother you. But I think the creator is fine. Max is for the people that are going crazy. So to make this long story short, who should use Eden and who shouldn't? If you are in the content game and you really, really want to create content that is like baked in and you really want to do good with it, I think Eden is probably the best $25, $65, even $200 you can spend. I don't think that there is really a reason I would go to $200. Even if you did one full-blown YouTube video a day and then you used it to build out all of your shorts and all of your hooks and all that, I still don't think you're going to come anywhere close to the usage part of it. I'm not using Eden as much now because of Claude work as I did before, but I will tell you, even when we're using Eden like all day, every day for some we were using it a lot for ads that we were creating. I don't think we came anywhere close to our daily usage, like nowhere even remotely close to it, right? So I think the 65, maybe even the $25 plan is going to be totally fine for you. So I wouldn't overthink, like there's a lot of people that I know that are paying like the $200 for Claude and they just don't need it. They think they do, but they really don't need it. So I think the $25 or the $65 plan is going to be fine for you. But you would use Eden if you need help exploring how to write scripting for videos based on what's already been done and using the frameworks that we know are already successful. My good friend Sharon Srivatsa is going on a huge YouTube thing right now. He's getting a lot of views for all his, and I'm sure there's a reason why they're doing so well. So if you like the way that he records his videos, then I would create a canvas. I'd put all of Sharon's, his last 8 videos or whatever that are doing really well. I'd have it analyze it, and then I would take that analyzation from his videos and apply it to the ones that you're going to create and read the script. All you need is a $300 teleprompter that goes in front of your thing that does this correctly, so you can read it, do a little bit of editing at the end based on the Word doc, and there you go. You're off to the races. That's when I would do it. That's how it works. Any questions, let me know. Eden's super powerful for the right person. It's not super powerful for everybody, but if you know how to use it, it is wildly effective, right? Love you all. See you on the next one.